but he might come over. And good evening from the South Suburban Sports Center in, where are we? Centennial, Colorado? Douglas County, I know that much. And we are here for Chassis 5A action between the home Valor Christian Eagles versus the Doherty Spartans. Doherty Spartans come in with a 4-8-2 overall record, but in divisional play, they're 0-8 and 2 in last place. Valor in the top spot right now in the South Division. They come in with an overall record of 12-3 and 1, and with a divisional record of 8-1 in first place. Castleview sits right behind Valor with a 7-1 and 1 record of 15 points, and those two foes will battle it out this Friday night on the 11th. So that will be a pivotal game here this evening. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. Glad to have you on board. We welcome all of our Valor Christian listeners here on this Shaw Hockey Productions. I'm joined by Mike Shaw. He'll be providing us the replays. Tonight, Valor comes in dressed in their home whites with blue numbers, trimmed out with baby blue. Opposite of them is a, how would I describe it? A blue, lighter blue, trimmed out in green as well as white. Almost looks like the old Seattle Seahawks colors for the Spartans. The Spartans are coached by Ryan Morin and also Chris Mikołajczyk. Mikołajczyk was the head coach last year. Ryan Morin is the head coach this year. Valor comes in with George Gwozdecki. Adrian Wiedemann is on the bench, as well as Jeff Martin and Max Starr. So, and with that, let us give you starting goalies will be Carter Bergstrom, number 31 for Valor. He's backed up by Cooper Robinson. Bergstrom comes in with a 2.67 goals against average and a .864 save percentage. He'll be going up against Ashton Goebel, the senior. Ashton Goebel has a 3.7 goals against average and a .9 save percentage. And here we have the starting lineups. Josh Goki, the senior, he has 14 goals this year. And Goki is number 9. And he's joined by Chase Chapman, another senior, who has a couple of goals. And then St. Pierre, Easton St. Pierre with 9 goals. That is the top line for this Doherty squad. And on the blue line, Jack Dryman, number 15, as well as number 16, Bowen Miller. And Bowen Miller, hard to believe he's a freshman, good size freshman. And in goal, as we mentioned, is Ashton Goebel. He's the senior, number 1. And for Valor,
announce a happy birthday to Doherty's team manager, Amanda. Starting for Valor Christian Eagles tonight, at center, number 20, Noah Fecity.
And Noah Fecity
At forward, number 14, Owen Walsh.
Noah Feckety's line is out there. Noah Fecity comes in with 12 goals. That leads the team. Owen Walsh, number 14, will be on his right-hand side, and a familiar face, Brooks Wright, number 15, on his left-hand side. And the two stalwart defensemen, Ryan Kaiser, number 4, the senior. He's paired up with Aiden Owen, number 7. And as we mentioned, Carter Bergstrom is in goal. We'll take a brief break here for the opening prayer.
By senior Jackson Bowers, and then remain standing for our national anthem.
And Jackson Bowers will say the prayer.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing these boys out here. I hope that everything on the ice brings you glory and honor. In your name we pray, amen.
And the boys are ready to play here on a Tuesday evening. Kind of nice to have a game here early in the week. And we've got a few students here as well to take in this evening's game. So 17 minutes up on the board, a couple of line changes here. Lucas Nadler is in that left wing of the third line, and A.J. Harris, who I know he played in the last game. I haven't seen him since early in the season. It was probably the Cardinal Prep Hockey League season. He's at the left wing, number 21 on that fourth line. And then also we have Jackson Bowers, who said the prayer. He is on the blue line here on that third line. He's paired with Brian Muir. We are underway in the action. Kaiser delivers the first hit. And Aiden Owen goes back to set up behind Bergstrom's cage. Emerges, sends the pass over to the right-hand side and right up to Fecity. Fecity over to Brooks Wright. Brooks Wright first shot on goal, and Goebel juggles it and catches it there. Makes a nice save. As we are 20 seconds into this first period, and Goebel has to make the first save. And there you see Brooks Wright coming in and looking for that rebound. Waving at it was Fecity, and Walsh on the backside looking for it as well. Off the face-off, Fecity moves the puck back over to Aiden Owen. Owen's shot as it got shot right in on Goebel, and Goebel hangs on. This Valor team is averaging 36 shots on goal. Thus far, they have 2 in the first 29 seconds of this game. We got a little bump music going there by Jeff Wheeler, and it's gloved down by Kaiser. He skies one high off the end glass. Aiden Owen steps in but can't hold the line, and the puck goes the distance all the way back for Goki. Goki spinning around, the pass right in front. Ricocheted off of Aiden Owen's boot and almost ended up on the stick of a Doherty player there in tight. That's Chapman working it down low as he's flanked by number 14, St. Pierre. This top line counts for a majority of goals here, and here's the blast off of Owen Walsh's shin pad, but he shakes it off with a good forecheck while the rest of the line goes for a line change. Puck is shuffled over to the near side. Smith has the puck, and Smith's pass gets ricocheted. Owen Walsh had it taken off of his blade, and emerging with the puck is McGuire Lind. Lind, the big defenseman, brings it in, but has it poked off of his stick. And here comes Carson Lloyd. Lloyd feeds it up just past Alfieri. Alfieri chases it down near side corner, tucks it back. It's picked back up by Henry Barnes. Barnes working down in the near side corner, looks up as he finds Lloyd. Lloyd's shot goes off a shin pad, never found the cage of Goebel. Puck is punched over to the far side. Alfieri has it. Alfieri moves it back over, and it just splits the wickets there as it gets past Carson Lloyd. Lloyd moves it back quickly, tipped in by Alfieri and chased there by Lind. Lind fans on the initial attempt, moves it back over to the far side, and the puck is picked up again, almost by Alfieri, stretching for the puck, and Doherty has it at center ice. Moving the puck in, Mooring is checked off the play by Barnes, and the bouncing puck ends up back at the red line. Doherty tries to work it in. Taken off the play was St. Pierre, and coming away with it is Carson Lloyd. Lloyd all alone takes the shot. This one goes wide, and it comes back to the far side. Nadler is there. Tries to keep the puck in, but the puck is moved back out to center, and Carson Lloyd at the tail end of a shift has to make a defensive play. And he tries a second time to backhand it. Gets his own puck. He's got it in between his skates. Holding it there is St. Pierre. Keeps putting on pressure. Puck is moved back out to center, escapes all the D, and the icing is waved off, and Goebel gets into the action. Puck comes all the way back out to center, where it's picked back up by Jackson Bowers. Bowers sidesteps one and sends it up and into the netting, back behind, forcing a neutral zone face-off. So we are 3 minutes into the game. Valor controlling the play thus far, but we saw that top line out there again. We saw Chapman, Goki, and St. Pierre. And together, they account for 25 goals, which comparatively, Fekete's line with Brooks Wright and Owen Walsh account for 30 goals this far this season. So very respectable numbers by that top Doherty line. So they don't have necessarily a lot of depth, but they do have some scoring punch. Puck comes back over to the far side, and Larson's got the puck. Sidesteps one, and he's on the march. Larson tries to send it back over to Nadler, but a good defensive play by Dryman. And Dryman disrupted things as he read the pass. Puck comes back up the left wing boards, and Chapman's got it. Chapman shrugs off a check, but Kaiser scoops up the puck and whistles it around the boards over to the near side as it goes the distance. We've got icing no. That is waved off, and Doherty comes out with the puck. Moving the puck, there's Chapman. Chase Chapman, number 8. Chapman works his way through, but Galush goes there and pokes it free. Puck comes back over to Chapman's blade as he picks it back up, takes the shot, sails wide of the cage. Kaiser's got it. Kaiser delivers a reverse check, and a matching 4 from the point takes the shot. McGuire Lind. Puck comes back over to the near side. A.J. Harris looks for a lane, and he sends it back up off of Galushko's boot. Puck comes back over, and here comes Aiden Owen. Owen with a head of steam there, but wasn't able to advance it deep. And Willensey is there as well. Willensey pokes it. Puck is shuffled back over to the near side boards. A.J. Harris watches it, and puck comes back up to Lloyd, back to Galushko. His shot deflects wide. Scooped back up by Engel, who sends it back over the wall. A.J. Harris touches it into the corner. He retrieves it himself. Does it again. Gets past one man. He's got a man in front. Willensey, there is Lloyd, and Lloyd's shot. They're saved by Goebel, who's been sharp yet this evening. So I don't have shots on goal, so try and tally them up in your head as the play moves along. Valor thus far has kept the majority of the action down at the Doherty's end. Doherty out of Colorado Springs, as Owen Fekete sets up against Chase Chapman. Puck comes back up to Lloyd, and Lloyd skies one up and over the glove of Goebel. Lloyd had a couple of goals in the last game that I did not have a chance to call, and Valor put the hurt on. with a big 9-1 win over Lewis Palmer. Here's a sharp angle shot, the rebound, shot, scores! As Lynn gets the rebound off of Chapman's shot, and Doherty takes a 1-0 lead. And there you see the big rebound over to the far side, and Lynn, the defenseman, steps in, and he makes Valor pay. As coming in, Chapman, he's got good speed, and he takes a shot. There's no bad shot here, and that one just sneaks through the wickets of Bergstrom, and it leaks through for a 1-0 lead as Doherty leads at the 11:41 mark, 1-0.
Doherty goal, scored by number 14, Easton St. Pierre, assisted by number 8, Chase Chapman. That's 14 from 8.
So it was St. Pierre with the goal. I said it was Lind. St. Pierre is 14, Lind is 4, and Chapman gets the assist. So for St. Pierre, we talked about that line, that is his 10th goal of the season. And a potent line. We should mention that they are also, Doherty is also without Braden Bailey, who is out serving a suspension for fighting. He has 5 goals. What's interesting about this Doherty team is although they have a challenged record here, and there's a quick shot by Alfieri. Alfieri gets his own rebound off of a big save, and right up front is as he found Barnes. Barnes takes a shot, toe save there, and the puck is sent back up to the line. Aiden Owen dishes it back over to Kaiser. Kaiser gathers it in, takes a shot, backhand opportunity by Barnes, just goes wide as Valor keeping the pressure on here with this line. Barnes flags it down back behind the cage as Kaiser was ready. Barnes with the head up, back into the slot, takes the shot and scores, stick side high. Henry Barnes scores to make it 1-1, and for Barnes, that is his 5th goal of the season. You watch Barnes, he curls right on the top of that circle and just wires it past Goebel on the stick side high. It ricochets off the post. Look at this. And in this slow motion provided by Shaw Hockey Productions, look at that shot. It just goes bar down into the cage. We're tied at 1 with the 10:40 mark. And Barnes gets that goal.
Valor goal, scored by number 27, Henry Barnes. That's 27, unassisted.
And it goes as an unassisted goal, so good to get it from Jeff Wheeler, who is providing tonight's tunes and public address. Carson Lloyd, his shot wide left, ricochets back to Morona. Morona's drive never got through, and Doherty looks to move it back out. St. Pierre moves it back up ice, looking for Goki. It gets past him. Chapman on the forecheck, steals the puck, a backhander shot, scores. Chapman makes it 2-1, and Doherty responds. And Bergstrom trying to come out, and look at this pass that he picks off of Aiden Owen, takes the puck and just puts it on net. And that one, let's see exactly how that got past Bergstrom. I thought Bergstrom had the bottom half of that, and that backhand just goes past the paddle low. So Chapman with an unassisted goal makes it 2-1. And for Chapman, that is only his 2nd goal of this season here. So Chapman gets an unassisted goal at the 10:10 mark, and it is 2-1. So so a face-off deep in Valor territory with that top line. There is Chapman, and the puck is held up at the line by Dryman. Dryman has it ricocheted off of his stick and back down to Doherty's end. Chased down by Owen Walsh, and Owen Walsh just absolutely laid a check on Miller, and Miller was sitting there. Miller looking for a little revenge as he gets back up, and he is not small. Bowen Miller, but he is a freshman, and he just set himself up for that. Puck comes back up high. Owen's shot Aiden Owen's shot was deflected, and there's Walsh doing some heavy lifting down below as he lays another check. As we were talking about some of the seniors that this Doherty team has, they also have several freshmen, including Bowen Miller, number 16, out there. And Valor doesn't have any freshmen out there, but they don't also have a number of seniors. It's a fairly junior-driven team here. Some of the seniors out there right now, Ryan Kaiser with the puck, sends it back over to the point, and the pass right in front. Kaiser takes it off a stick as Aiden Owen takes care of the man. Kaiser pokes it back out to center. Fekete on the forecheck, and chasing the puck down over on the near side. Smith tries to move it up the wall. Puck comes back over to the far side, poked free, but Alfieri had Fekete offsides. Whistle there, so the faceoff comes out in front of Ryan Morin's bench. Morin there with Chris Mikołajczuk. And off that faceoff, battling for it, tucking it all the way back, picking puck back up was Jackson Bowers. He's a senior, along with Muir. Brian Muir is out there. And Coveney pokes it free. Barnes collects it. Back up high. Muir hands it off. Barnes in a little bit of traffic. Coveney back behind the cage on his backhand. Tucks it back. And right up into the slot. Picked back up. And here's the shot from the right-hand point. As that was Jackson Bowers getting a shot. Puck comes back over to the near side, and coming away with it is Andrew Smith with some time. Smith finds his man in the stick, bounces off of it. Jackson Bowers picks it back and tucks it back over to the near side, where it's picked back up by Brian Muir. Alfieri, cross ice feed. Brian Muir's there. Brian Muir gets a second stick on it, sending it in deep as Alfieri chases down Dryman. Dryman, the big defenseman, moves it up the wall and back out to center, poked by Morona. And coming away with the puck one more time is Goki, the senior. Goki brings it in. Here's that line that you got to watch out for. Puck is picked back up by St. Pierre. And Galushko reverses back over to the near side. A.J. Harris hands it back off, and Galushko finds his man on the far side, Willency. Galushko steps in to try and keep the play alive. Puck comes back over, and from the point, shot is taken by Harris. Galushko looking for the loose puck, battling for it is Willency. Chapman is there. Chapman with a big body there, gets some help, and number 15 comes in. Jack Dryman, the big defenseman, comes in, and he plants, and the Doherty fans don't like the call as Galushko goes down, and so Valor gets their first power play of the game as Dryman goes to the box for 2 minutes at the 6:38 mark. And so Valor, who comes in with a nearly 27% power play percentage, is going up against a 77% kill rate for Doherty. And so it's Alfieri and Coveney doing some work down in the corner, trying to keep that play alive. Fekete comes in and pokes it free. Fekete sends it back over to Owen, back to Fekete. Left dot, Fekete, cross ice feed, easy goal. Kaiser's connects. Kaiser scores, we're tied 2-2, and Valor is 1 for 1 on the power play. Kaiser went down low as he was wide open. Fekete spots him, and that's an easy goal. As you can see, Goebel is all the way out at the top of the paint. In fact, Goebel gets tied up with his own player, and you watch this Goebel tracking with Fekete, and the whole way it stretches over. He's well out of the cage, and he can only wave at it there, and that makes it a 2-2 game as Dryman's penalty proves costly. And with 6:13, with 10 minutes into this game, we got 4 goals. Puck is poked free. Andrew Smith chasing it down into the corner. Puck is picked back up by Nadler. Back up high. Bowers drive. This one goes off the inboards, and it's scooped back up by Andrew Smith. Smith moves it back to center. Majeski gets a stick on it. And Majeski slings it in over to the far side. Chasing it down is McGuire Lynn, but it comes off his stick as he was forechecked nicely by Ben Larson, who has the puck. Larson was looking for Majeski, who was at the top of the circle. Puck was deflected and back down low, picking up the puck and sending it right into the slot area. Nadler was also looking for Majeski. That one is taken off his blade, and Jackson Bowers with the puck moves it back over to the near side. Nadler stick handling with Chapman on his backside. Nadler one-handing it down below the line, sets up in the far side corner. Larson has it go off his boot, pokes it free. Morona steps in and takes his shot. This one goes wide, and over on the near side, Lloyd moves it back down low. Majeski stretches for it, tries to poke it free, but it comes over to Maureen, and Maureen is able to get it back out to center for Doherty. Lloyd off of the stick of Brooks Wright, and Wright chases it down to the near side corner, challenged by a matching 15 Dryman, back up high. Lloyd sidesteps to the left. That pass just goes wide of the stick of Brooks Wright, and the puck over on the far side. Nifty move off the blade, stick blade, or toe blade, I should say, of Fecity. Fecity hesitates, sends it back up as Lloyd's shot deflected over into the near side, and Lloyd stepping in from his deep position is canceled, and we have a 2-on-1. Chapman with the puck with Fecity on his backside. Chapman a second opportunity as he gets 2 shots off. Chapman fought through that, and now Brooks Wright with the puck sidesteps one, but he's challenged by Goki, who gets back on the back check, and the puck is shuffled back up the boards on the far side. Chapman with Fecity closing, and Fecity makes the play and moves it back over to Kaiser, banks it off the near side boards. Wright taken off of his stick, and St. Pierre delivers a check himself. Puck, long pass over to Brooks Wright. Wright holds it there at the blue line, looking on the far side. He's got men. That's Owen Walsh going by. Aiden Owen with the shot. This one whistles wide. Again, Brooks Wright sends it back below the line, and Walsh scoops it back up, cross ice feed. Coveney with the shot off the end boards. Back on the blade of Brooks Wright. Wright watched closely by Goki up high, so he has to go low. Puck is picked back up by St. Pierre. St. Pierre circling around. Kaiser gets a blade on it. Coveney tags up, and stepping out was the freshman. Puck is taken off his blade. Here comes Kaiser, sends it back over. Alfieri looking for the trailer, but in between Coveney and Barnes, the puck sails the distance. Barnes with a long pass off of Coveney's blade, and the puck is picked back up by Jacob Engel, the senior, who puts it back down low behind Bergstrom's cage. Again, a long pass off of Alfieri. Alfieri never touched it. We've got icing coming back. 2:46 remaining in this first period. We're tied 2 apiece. Jacob Engel off the faceoff tries to win it forward. Valor controls though. Alfieri trying to work his way past Dryman. Puck is picked back up by Aiden Owen. Owen back up high. Coveney covering the deep position. Kaiser with the drive. This one deflects back behind the cage. Alfieri has the puck. Sidesteps one, and a backhander up to Aiden Owen. Owen punches it alongside the boards. And right in front, Coveney shot off the boot of Bowen Miller, the defenseman. Coveney was lined up well for that. Coveney tries to pick up that puck at the blue line. Tapped down by Alfieri. Back to Coveney. Alfieri from the blue line. Right on target. Coveney lurking and held on by Goebel. Goebel doesn't want to give up a rebound as Alfieri and Coveney kept looking for each other. And there you see Coveney coming in, but Goebel holds on to that. He didn't have a lot of defensive help surrounding him. Off the faceoff, Fecity back up high. Morona's shot leaks through, comes over to the near side. Brooks Wright with some time. Finds Owen Walsh down low. Walsh looking back up high. Bypasses Lloyd for Morona. Morona's shot banks off the near side corner. Fecity is able to get a stick on it. Brooks Wright holds on the left-hand side. Right through the crease. Fecity was there. Morona steps in from his deep position, and the puck is Picked back up by Lind over to the near side. Goki tries to hold his man off, but Carson Lloyd does a good job to strip him of the puck and send it into the vacant far side corner. Puck is picked back up by Smith. Smith tied up with Brooks Wright. Puck comes over to the near side, and Doherty having some trouble getting that puck out, but this one just comes over the line, and Carson Lloyd with a nifty move hoists it over his shoulder to the referee. He almost kept it on sides, but it just came out just barely. Valor putting good pressure on here in the final 1:18 remaining in the period. Puck is picked back up by Goki, has it stripped off his stick. A.J. Harris looking low. Willency's there. Belushko tries to fish it through the wickets and pry that puck free. Willency chasing it down on the near side, but Goki has it and moves it back over in front of the Doherty bench as the puck bounces, and it finally goes out of play there into Coach Morin's bench. So we're in the final minute of this first period, 54 seconds remaining. Valor gets another offensive zone faceoff as the puck went off of the Doherty stick. And Jack Majeski is out there with Larson and Nadler. Nadler in the slot, getting instructions from Majeski. Majeski is a right-handed stick in that right-handed draw. Perhaps he tried to win it forward. Puck is poked into the far side corner. And trying to shuffle that puck up was Bowen Miller. Miller was able to get it to the line, but that's it as Kaiser sends it, everybody chasing back into the far side corner. Larson. Majeski, his shot was easily handled by Goebel. Puck comes back over to the near side, and Kaiser's wrister goes wide. Nadler down low, waits for the check, kicks it to his blade. And Nadler to Kaiser with Kaiser's drive, a blocker saved by Goebel. Goebel knows exactly where Kaiser is. He's covering that side of the cage here, and Kaiser's wound up a couple of times. Let's see if he doesn't get a few more shots off here. Got the final seconds ticking off the clock, and there's the buzzer signaling the end of first. After one, it is 2-2 as Doherty got things going with St. Pierre's goal off of Chapman's shot, but just over a minute later, Henry Barnes gets Valor to a 1-1 tie, and then Chapman scores his goal, his unassisted goal, and Kaiser's power play goal tied things up. That's where we stand. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. We'll be back for the second period in about 15. Gotta love the locker room camera. Mike Shaw is always looking for ways to add to the viewer's experience here. And multiple camera angles, replays. I'll tell you what, we get spoiled with this. I was watching the Bean Pot last night, and there was a goal, and it took forever to see the replay from the backside, and it was a shot that went off the goalie. That was Northeastern beating Boston College. They will play Boston University next Tuesday. And speaking of great college hockey, the University of Denver, who's ranked number 3 in the country right now, has got Western Michigan coming into town for a big tilt this weekend. Western Michigan, the other top team in the NCHC, as DU defeated St. Cloud in a pair of games last weekend and solidified that pairwise ranking, that third in the nation. We are back to the live action here. And Valor with Doherty. Doherty surprising with a couple of goals in that first period. And Valor answers with a couple of goals as well. And we're knotted up just as we started this game. There's Brooks Wright with a twisting shot. Puck comes back over to the far side. Kaiser is there, holds up his man, swats it free. Sends it back behind as Brooks Wright takes his man off the play right in front. Fekete shot, top shelf score, 3-2 Valor. As Noah Fekete got a terrific feed right in front. And you look at this action, there's Brooks Wright who disrupts the puck as it's picked up by Owen Walsh, and Owen Walsh sets it on a platter for Fekete, and Fekete beats Goebel up top. Here you see Goebel's looking around his right shoulder, has to move to his left, and then Walsh puts it right in front, and Fekete is able to pick his corner. 3-2, Valor leads.
Valor goal scored by number 20, Noah Fekete, assisted by number 14, Owen Walsh, and number 11, Nicholas Morona.
So Walsh, and they said Morona, but I think it's got to be right. And there you see Valor almost gets another goal. And off the faceoff, puck is picked back up by Coveney. Coveney's shot, and the rebound just dribbles over Barnes' stick as he had an opportunity there to double up the Spartans. Puck is moved back over by Bowers to the far side. Muir tries to move it up the wall, and Alfieri has it taken off his stick in a four-man battle. Jousting, Alfieri picks up the loose puck, moves up ice as he's got Smith in front of him. As he gets past Smith, he's got Coveney. Holds on, looking for that opportunity. There's the shot, but it goes off a Doherty sticking up and into the high netting. So for Doherty, and I was talking to Ryan Morin before the game, Coach Ryan Morin for the Spartans. And this team had actually outshot their last 5 opponents, although they're on a 5-game losing streak right now. And they had outshot their last 5 opponents. He had said they ran into a hot goalies on the opposite side, and so he was happy with at least the shots on goal. There's a shot off of a boot, trying to pick up that puck as Chapman poked off his stick. Puck comes back up high, and the drive there by Dryman is deflected onto the near side. Trying to maintain control, but out comes Valor. Majeski 2-on-1 with Nadler. Majeski looking low, but Nadler shot, rebound there, and Larson scores as the rebound comes off the pad of Goebel, and Larson buries it. And you watch Majeski. Majeski's got to get past that last defenseman, and he does so. He waits him out, spins around, sends the puck over to Nadler. Nadler's shot, rebound, and Larson scores, making it 4-2. So Larson from Nadler from Majeski. And for Larson, that is his 6th goal of the season. And for Fekete, that is his 13th, I should mention.
Scored by number 18, Ben Larson, Assisted by number 24, Jack Majeski, and number 26, Lucas Nadler. That's 18 from 24 to 26.
And the puck over on the far side, shot, bang, bang, play. And there is Chapman getting a goal, his second of the game. And Chapman makes it 4-3. This Doherty team is not going away quietly. Chapman was all alone. He goes down to one knee, and he rifles it past Bergstrom. You watch Bergstrom back behind the cage, and he sees that, and a little bit slow to get back, and the far side of the cage is wide open. And Chapman at the 14:30 mark. And St. Pierre gets the assist, making it 4-3. What an entertaining game this far. Got 7 goals here early in this second period, and there's a shot from a sharp angle off of Kaiser's blade. Brooks Wright banks it off the boards, and it gets past the glove of Owen. Puck is skied back down. Doherty chops at it, moves it over to the far side. Brooks Wright intercepts. Wright brings it in, looks for a shot as it's a chest-high shot. Owen with the puck, and the flash of the glove by Goebel hangs on to it. Goebel wears the A for this Doherty team as their captain is Josh Goki, and Chapman also wears an A as well. And Van Halen, here's the shot as it gets saved, picked back up by Fekete. Fekete feeds it back up high. Muir with it, looks for Fekete right in front, looking for the pass as Muir had stepped in. And it's sent back out to center ice and scooped right back up by Jackson Bowers. Bowers, the senior, back over to Owen Walsh. Walsh has it tail off of his stick and trying to track that puck back down. Coming away with it is Lind, who banks it over to the far side, waiting for Mooring. Mooring gets it up to the point, but not out as Muir drives it back in. It ricochets down to the near side. Zayam corner, shuffled up the boards, and splitting the D. The icing call is awaiting. So with 13:05 remaining in this second period, we've got a 1-goal game. As Doherty has made their shots count, I will say that. Doherty is, as I had mentioned, they came in and get this, they have scored 59 goals versus 51 against, and yet the losing record, you would not expect that. You would expect it to be so lopsided. Opposite of them, Valor has scored 79 goals versus 30 against. So Valor is averaging nearly 5 goals a game versus only 2 against, just under 2 a game against. And coming out with the puck is Goki, that senior captain. And so we've got Goki, Chapman, and St. Pierre out there. This dangerous trio as Dryman and Miller on the blue line. And there is Bowen Miller, the freshman, number 16. Awaiting the face-off in your foreground. Noah Fekete on the face-off. And winning that battle, coming away with it was Chapman. Chapman looks for a lane, and that one goes right over. And the ricochet coming back over to Fekete. Fekete hands it back off, and Brooks Wright looks for options. Takes the line. He's got Owen right in front, but taking the puck off his stick nicely was St. Pierre. St. Pierre breaking the other way. Takes the blue line, but the back pass is picked up by Fekete. Fekete canceled. Kaiser comes away with it. Back up high is Walsh as Kaiser from his knees moves it back over to his D partner, banked off the boards, and it's just offsides. So the face-off coming in front of George Gwozdecki's bench. See Max Starr there and Adrian Wiedemann in a familiar position. Puck is swept over to the near side. And stolen by Nadler. Nadler with Majeski in the middle. Nadler hangs on, hands it back off to Muir, back down low. Larson with the puck. Larson works it back up the wall as he's flagged down by Mooring. Sends it back over to the near side. Jackson Bowers with a rising wrister as that was off of Goebel's glove, and Bowers delivers a nice check. His puck right on target as Bergstrom plays it, moves it back over to the far side. And Nadler tips it back to himself. Muir softly back up to Larson. The bouncing puck back to center. Majeski's got it. Majeski shuffles it in as Nadler chases, watched by Smith. Smith bodies up Nadler. Nadler pulls it to himself up the high side of the wall. Majeski pinched off the puck. And Smith continuing to battle down low, but Majeski does too. Majeski with some nifty stick work, but Smith swats at it and sends it the distance. Near side, Morona waiting for the puck. Punch back from center, back into Valor's end. And Lloyd sets up behind the cage as he's watched by Goki. His pass picked off. Here comes Chapman right between the hash marks as his shot just goes over the stick side of Bergstrom. Another good opportunity for this Doherty team who trails by 1 with 10:41 remaining in this second period. Puck back up to the far right-hand point. Majeski jousting. Chapman comes away with it. Puts it back into the corner. Goes off of a blade. Goki was there, and so is St. Pierre. St. Pierre looking for it. Quick shot, snapshot right there. And is looking for it was the captain, Goki. That is Josh Goki. And Valor under some pressure now. Sends the puck the distance. And to the approval of the Doherty fans. Good pressure by Doherty, but for Coach Morin, he's got to make a line change here. And so now coming out is the top line for Valor. So Noah Fekete, flanked by Owen Walsh and Brooks Wright. And here we go for the faceoff. It's controlled. Owen banks it off the boards. Walsh stretching for it. Fekete scoops it right back in, sidesteps one, and Fekete winds up over on the far side as he looks for Walsh as he feathered a pass back over. And a good little seam pass, but it was a touch high. Walsh looking for the give and go. Fekete pinned up against the board. Walsh comes in to rescue it. Backhander save. Fekete picks it back up. Fekete to Kaiser. Kaiser fans on that one. It goes wide, and Goebel is able to gobble it up and hang on to it. So with 9:44 remaining in this second period, 1-goal game, 4-3 Valor. And Valor's top line then put some pressure on Goebel. And for Coach Gwozdecki, he'll keep them with an offensive zone faceoff. Directing traffic, Kaiser will take the left point, Owen the right point. And good forecheck by Owen Walsh. Owen Walsh tips it free. St. Pierre has the puck. Walsh stretches for it, but escapes the zone, and Kaiser jumps on it. Kaiser with Goki on his backside. Back pass over to the near side as Aiden Owen absolutely levels Chapman. Back to the live action. Puck is picked back up. Brooks Wright there has it taken off of his blade. Kaiser down low, but the puck comes back over to Lind, and Lind up high. Fekete playing center field. Puck, here's the snapshot up and over the cage. Back over to Aiden Owen. Owen pokes it down into the corner. Fekete double teamed. Walsh is there. And over on the far side, the rolling puck is shuffled back by Wright to the near side. Puck is picked back up by Lind. He looks for a center escape, and it's Chapman. Chapman with the puck. Has it poked by Kaiser. Kaiser chases him down, and now Kaiser's got to jump. Kaiser with Dryman in front of him. Kaiser spinning, looking for the trailer. Back up high. Brooks Wright shot, and it's a pad saved by Goebel. I should say a shoulder pad. Puck back over the wall and escapes all the way back as Bergstrom comes out of his cage and delivers it to Morona. Stretch pass on the blade of Alfieri. Past the blue line, apparently not. A little bit of a back pass, I guess. Perhaps we have a replay, perhaps not, but I think Alfieri just touched it back, and perhaps Barnes wasn't over the blue line there. I should know. I'm right on the blue line here. So Coveney will take the faceoff, going up against Jacob Engel. He wins the faceoff. And Morona back over to Coveney. Coveney tips it to himself, chases it down. Dryman is there, gets a stick on it. Barnes as well, as Morona, a nifty little hand pass to himself. His pass goes over to Alfieri. Alfieri over on the far side wall. Pass deflected. Engel pokes, punches at it. Shot, goal! No, it goes off a high stick. Emphatically, the referee waves it off and put a marker on that one as look at this puck coming in. And was it Barnes or no? It was Coveney. That's a good call. Coveney goes up high, so the goal is waved off. It remains a one-goal game, and if you're wondering, because of that, the faceoff comes all the way back to Valor's end. One-goal game, top line out there for Morin. Puck, Dryman sends it back in into the corner, and the ricochet shot, goal! We are tied! Unbelievable. Goki scores, and just like that, we're at 4-4. What a turn of events from Coveney's waved off goal to Goki's goal. And look at that. As Bergstrom got his stick on it, he sent it actually right over to Goki. And you watch this puck, and this is exactly what Bergstrom needs to do, is get a stick on it, but Goki is there, and he finds the seam beyond Bergstrom. We're tied 4 apiece. So for the captain, Josh Goki, that is his 15th goal of the season. And this one comes at about the 7:45 mark, thereabouts. 7:34 and remaining in this second period. Valor continues to win territorially, but the percentage of shots on goal that have scored, and there's one banking off the post. As Owen put a flyer on, Nadler retrieves, sends it softly over to the far side. Majeski up high. Owen squares up, takes that shot. Larson with some traffic in front, but Goebel with a nice pad save. Toe, I should say. Meanwhile, the puck in the near side corner as a three-man battle ensues. Aiden Owen sneaking in, and Owen lifts a stick and challenges. Owen keeps the play alive for Valor. Loose puck in front, chiseling away over on the far side. Goebel's there, and Aiden Owen takes a couple of shots from behind and from the front side as the whistle is finally blown as the net came off the moorings. Here you see Aiden Owen just trying to will that puck in as he's chopping away, and Goebel sprawls out, and Rock'em Sock'em down low as Aiden Owen is sandwiched in between a couple of players. Takes some punishment, but that's what's going to happen in a tie game late in this second period between Doherty, who is 0-8 in divisional play in this South Division. But they have come to play here this evening as Valor tends to get everybody's best game. Loose puck on the far side as Coveney in a familiar position. But this time Goebel holds on. And there you see Coveney again. Coveney with a quick little move at a stick on it as the puck got kicked back to Goebel by his defenseman. Coveney wins the faceoff versus Engel. Long as the pass over to the near side as Alfieri couldn't get anything on it. Morona sidesteps the man and takes the shot, but that was a pass to Alfieri. Alfieri actually got a piece of that. And again, Valor gets another offensive zone faceoff. Coach Gwozdecki will change things up as he sends his top line out there with Fekete again, as wants to get back a lead here. Valor had a 2-goal lead, but only momentarily. Fekete wins this faceoff cleanly. Back over to Owen. Owen fans on the pass as he's watched closely, and this one goes off the end glass, so this faceoff will come outside of the zone. And you can see some determination here on this top line, that Aiden Owen wanting to get involved with that play, and a little frustration here as there is Fekete with the puck. Fekete reads it well and hands it back to Kaiser. Kaiser starts things up with a pass to Wright. Wright on the far side, backhand feed to Fekete, glances off of a boot, picked back up by Kaiser. Kaiser's shot never got through as Dryman went low to make that. And over on the far side, here comes Chapman. Chapman with St. Pierre on one side. Walsh sneaks in and fishes the puck away. Goki over on the far side. Chapman sends it back up to St. Pierre, but it's stolen there by Aiden Owen, and out marches over on the far side. Wright's shot, and the loose puck inside the slot, but did the net come off the moorings? Yes, it did on the far side. As Goebel had to be alert, and there on the near side, again, was Aiden Owen down low. Owen's got 4 goals this season. Surprisingly, though, the top scorer for Valor's, or I should say top goals on the D-line is Nicholas Morona with 6, and Carson Lloyd has 5, so that second pairing has 11 goals thus far this season. We'll do the face-off again here. Jack Majeski, the senior centerman, wins this face-off back. Morona banks it off the boards, but the angle is picked off by Doherty and sent back to the Valor end. Kwiatkowski on the forecheck, and the puck is moved back over to the far side. Nadler gets a stick on it over on the near side. Larson waves at it, and Smith is able to get it up, but not out. Nadler on his backhand, avoids one, brings it back in. His shot as Larson dumps a man, as Goebel makes the save. So the face-off over on the left side, there you see Larson on that replay. Coveney wins his face-off. Alfieri in tight quarters gets that shot off. Coveney flags it back down, and the puck comes back up to the point. Lloyd has to retreat, picks it back up and sends it back over to Morona, who picks it up on his defensive, or on his backhand, back over to Alfieri. Alfieri looking for Morona. Morona is driven into Goebel, and a good no call as Goebel scrambles back to his skates, and here comes Valor again. Barnes stays on side. Alfieri works it wide. Snapped at as Alfieri with the puck. It takes the shot and it ricochets over to the far side. It's swept back out to center. Valor keeping the pressure on. Puck comes back over to Morona. Morona back up to center ice. Alfieri steals it off. Alfieri works his way in and draws the penalty on Lind, the defenseman. Lind is going to go for a slash as Alfieri made that play happen. And there you see Alfieri with a nice little toe drag move, and Lind on his backside lifts that puck and sends Alfieri to the deck. So only the second power play of the game, and Valor's gotten both of them. So Lind goes for a slash, and this one comes at the 4:02 mark of this second period. 2 minutes up on the board. Top line is out there, or I should say top power play line. No, Majeski's out there. Majeski with Walsh, as that top line needs a bit of a rest. Walsh with the puck, working it back up over on the edge of the circle. As he finds Majeski, back to Walsh. Morona with it back up high. Morona banks it off the boards. Walsh gathers it back in as he is watched by Miller, the defenseman. Walsh back down low, sends it back over to the far side. Walsh along with Majeski, and Lloyd sends it back over to Walsh. Walsh thinking about it, takes this shot. Goebel sees this one and makes the save. 1:25 remaining in the power play, and now Fekete, Alfieri, Coveney, Owen, and Kaiser emerge. Maureen will take the face-off. With minute 25 remaining in the power play, Kaiser was set up for the one-timer, and in some tight quarters, there's passes sent over to the far side. The shot by Fekete, and that one glances off. He picks back up his own rebound, sends it back down low, jumps Coveney's stick, and Coveney with Kaiser in his sights sends it back up. Owen with the drive, and this one rebound right in front, looking for it, and it's over on the far side of the cage. No whistle there. It's picked back up. Fekete attracts the crowd. He backs out. Sends it back over to Owen. Owen feeds it over to Kaiser. Kaiser looking for a pass right through the slot. And Aiden Owen almost holds the line. And we've got a slashing call. The referee says, come on. And Jacob Engel, the senior, doesn't like the call one bit. And he might be volunteering for an extra 2 minutes. We'll see what's up there. Just 2 minutes on the board. And I did not see the call from the referee. So Valor will get 42 seconds. And Engel goes for something. It's 2 minutes up there at the 2:43 mark. And so Valor gets 37 seconds now of 5-on-3 action remaining. Far side shot, goal. Fekete makes it count. Fekete from Coveney. And Coveney was able to pick his target here. Excuse me, that was Aiden Owen. And Owen sends it right through the slot. He had Coveney in the mid slot, and over on the far side was Fekete. 5-4, power play goal number 2 for Valor. Fekete gets his 14th goal of the season.
Valor with a power play goal, scored by number 20, Noah Fekete, assisted by number 7, Aiden Owen, and number 4, Ryan Kaiser. That's 20 from 7.
And so with 1:31 remaining in this second power play, Valor goes back to work. Owen back over to Kaiser. Kaiser winds, but that one goes off of a pad, and let's see what the whistle is. I don't believe the net came off the moorings. Perhaps it did over on the far side. The net is reset, and so Valor scores on their second power play, this being technically now their third power play. Puck over to the far side, picked back up by Aiden Owen. Owen slings it back to Fekete. Fekete thinks about it. Fekete brings it in as he had Goebel sprawled out. He had an open net. Puck was poked off his stick, and here comes Kaiser. Kaiser again looking cross ice, but goes back up high to Owen. Fekete picks it off his backhand. Back down low to Coveney. Coveney with Alfieri in the slot. Back over to Kaiser. Kaiser with the wrister, and that one ricochets off of a blade, goes wide. Aiden Owen with the puck back up high. Fekete at the dot as he fakes everybody out, goes right back for the shot. Faked me out. I thought he was going to pass it there. Back over to Owen. Feathers it back to Fekete. Fekete steps in. Fekete again. Almost turns him inside out. And the blocker saves Skies, but stays away from the heating elements, and the play continues. Back up high. Kaiser looking for the one-timer off his boot. Backhand feed. Fekete's got it. And with 14 seconds remaining in the power play, Valor keeps the pressure on. Owen's shot off the pipes, and then Kaiser has it poked off his stick by St. Pierre. Back over to the near side, and with 44 seconds remaining in the period, Doherty ices the puck as they were out there for a good portion of that power play. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Valor leads by 1. Majeski squares up. Larson jousting with Lind. Lind is able to get the puck back out to center, and scoop puck back up by Lloyd. His pass beyond the reach. Lind with Larson on him. Morona steps in from the deep position. Engel got a stick on it. Nadler from the blue line runs into a man, and it's poked free back to the Valor line. Majeski recoils and picks up steam, avoids one from his backhand, brings it in. Majeski drives it with a power move, but at the last minute it's poked off his stick. 3 seconds remaining. Nadler, and that's going to do it. So after 2, we've got a 1-goal game. There's been 9 goals, 4 in the first period, 5 in the second. Let's catch you up. It was 2-2 going into the second. Fekete made it 3-2. Larson makes it 4-2. And then Chapman and Goki each get goals to tie things up at 4-4. Fekete with a power play goal in the final 2 minutes of that second period. Valor leads by 1, 5-4. This is a good one. Don't go away. Doherty has come to play. We've got a 1-goal game heading into the third period. This is Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. Stay with us. Welcome back for the third and final period in this Chassa 5A game between Valor and Doherty. We have a one-goal game here, 5-4. And shots are 46-7. So Doherty with 5 goals on that. So they have been snipers, and that top line is out there with a fresh sheet of ice as the puck goes in on Doherty's end. As Dryman sends it back over to the far side, and the puck is picked back up by St. Pierre. St. Pierre works it back up. Cross ice feed from Chapman just misses. St. Pierre picks up the puck, but he's held up by Kaiser. And Kaiser sacrifices a little bit, but the puck comes back over as Goki had it on his stick. And Kaiser swats at it. St. Pierre was there, but he's able to get it past him, and Valor ices the puck. As this top line for Doherty continues to put good pressure on when they are on the ice. And so Valor with a defensive zone face-off. Jacob Engel take the face-off for Doherty. And it's touched back by Lloyd. Lloyd reverses into the near side corner. Morona works it up the wall. As Alfieri finds Barnes. Barnes on the march. On his backhand, works past one. But Engel is able to take it off, take the puck off his blade. Alfieri over on the far side. As it taken off of his stick, and the puck is moved back over to the near side to center ice. Coveney wheeling, works past Maureen, sends it back over to the near side, and it just gets past the defenseman there, Smith. Alfieri with the puck on the far side finds Morona. As Morona's shot, there's a rebound, but Barnes had gotten tied up with a couple of Doherty players. Puck squirts free over on the far side and up the wall and back out to the Valor end. As icing is called at the 15:26 mark. So this Valor team, we talked about their final, they're 12-3-1 here, and they've got a couple of divisional games coming up, as they have their final 2 games is Castleview and Chaparral. So that game Friday with Castleview is pivotal, as Castleview is right behind Valor and is looking for any sort of a slip up there to take the division. Back to the live action. Here's the shot by Owen. That one whistles wide. Puck comes back over to the near side. Up, not out, as Kaiser takes some punishment there from number 8. That was number 8. That was Chapman, and that shot goes up and high and into the netting. So with a little confidence, we've seen this before with teams coming in, as they have a little bit of success and they start rolling. And this Doherty team is dangerous at this point. Noah Fekete, top line out there. So we go from number 2 line to number 1 line, as looking for an opportunity to extend a lead with your top line out there in an offensive zone faceoff. Kaiser backtracking, and again St. Pierre as well as Goki putting on pressure. Goki standing in front of, and Robinson, we do have a goalie change, so I might have missed it. Perhaps it was made at the period, but Cooper Robinson is now in goal for Valor. Puck comes back over to the near side as it's tracked down by Fekete. Fekete tries to work through a couple. Puck is poked off his stick. And the bouncing puck into the near side corner. Dryman tries to work it back up the wall. Kaiser with a drive. That went about 3 feet wide. Back over to Owen. Owen works it back down the boards. Walsh fishes it out. He's upended. As play continues, Walsh got upended with a stick right on the side of the cage. Thought there might be a call, but none could be heard there. And so we're going to go right back with that number 2 line. Coveney, Alfieri, and Barnes. One comes back up to Morona. Morona feeds it back down the wall. Alfieri trying to spin away from Lynn, the defenseman, and Lynn is able to move it back up. And Doherty gets it out to the safety of center, at least momentarily. Puck has moved over in front of Gwozdecki's bench. And past the near side, as it just gets past Andrew Smith. Smith tracks it back down, but he's got Alfieri. Alfieri takes it off his blade, and with the puck passes it to himself, challenging in the corner by Engel. And back down into the corner, the defenseman Lind moves it up the near side wall. Cooper Lloyd works down the wall, tries to move it back out to center. But Doherty does a good job clogging up the middle. They'll ice the puck. And you can see Doherty right now is happy to take those icing calls. And for Coach Morin, he is double shifting that top line, as is Coach Gwozdecki. So Coach Gwozdecki has the final change here, being the home squad, and he sees that. He sends back out Noah Fekete's line as Dryman tries to move it back down along the end boards. Walsh is there, kicked over to the far side. Miller's got it, and Miller's able to get it back out to center, and the rolling puck goes the distance as Cooper Robinson comes in with a 1.68 goals against average, .918 save percentage. As the sophomore takes over between the pipes here in this third period for Valor in a tight game. Puck is poked free, and it's right with the puck back down low into the far side corner. Wastes no time. Back up to Owen. Owen sends a wrister. Bounces off a Fekete's skate. And trying to poke it free is right. He's upended, but this puck goes into the Doherty bench. So the face-off will stay inside the zone. I thought I smelled something good. Pizza looks excellent here this evening. Full service here. You can get a beer and a pizza. Watch the game here. Off the face-off, Nadler feeds it back up high as Owen back down to Nadler. Nadler working over the side of the cage. Kaiser had his stick raised. Puts one right through the goal crease past Larson and over to the far side. Owen back down to Nadler. And we'll do it again. Again, Nadler comes over to the near side. This time Larson backing out. Nadler, little backhand feed back below the line. And it's chipped right back to him. Nadler back over off of Majeski's stick. Majeski trying to cover the wall, but Chapman is able to work his way out. Far side, St. Pierre sends one on. You can hear the blocker from here. As Owen got a stick on it, and opportunistically, here comes Majeski. Majeski just past Nadler's blade. Nadler into the corner, protecting it. As he looks for a trailer, coming up high is Lloyd, and Lloyd puts it down safely off the inboards. Loose puck in front. As Larson, he could have gotten the handle, finds Morona. Morona's shot drifts off the pad over to the near side. Owen Walsh picks it back up, but his pass is picked off, and here comes Chapman. Chapman with a head of steam with 3 Valor players trailing, and he draws the penalty. Touched up by Alfieri, and we've got a hooking call. Chapman showed some great speed, as you thought Valor might be able to pick him up, and see much of a penalty. Let's see if we can see it from the backside. Perhaps not, but going into the box is Morona. So Doherty gets their first power of the play of the game. It comes here in this third period versus Morona.
Valor penalty number 11, Nicholas Morona, 2 minutes poking. 2 minutes number 11.
And so it goes for a hook. And I didn't see who called the timeout. It could have been George Gwozdecki, but I suspect it was Ryan Morin trying to set up and give his players a break, a bit of a breather here. So let's set the stage for you. We've got a 1-goal game. Doherty has their first power play of the game. It comes here at the 11:27 mark of this third period. And Doherty has absolutely been snipers, as their shooting percentages terrific this game. So we'll see if Cooper Robinson can shut the door. And Kaiser, along with Owen, as well as Walsh and Fekete, are out there. Kaiser, the lone senior, Chapman, Goki are both seniors. St. Pierre sets up. And off the faceoff, a big win by Fekete, but Kaiser's unable to get it out as the wall was sealed nicely by Lind. Lind puts it down into the corner and now backs up, and Fekete, with some time, takes it off. Doherty didn't put two men on the puck. They only had one, and Valor was able to double team and take that puck away. So here comes Chapman. Chase Chapman. Chapman tries to work it past Walsh. He does so. Chapman over on the far side, taken into the corner by Aiden Owen. Owen ties him up, and Kaiser looking for an angle. Back up high. Lind holds the line, and no, it just comes out. As the linesman got down low to get a good view of that. If he had Shaw Hockey Productions, he'd have a replay, and here we go. We've got the replay, and there it is. And the puck, I believe, just comes out. Boy, it was right on the top of that line. But that referee, or that linesman, did a good job to get down low and get a good angle at it. Back to live action. Owen Walsh on the forecheck. He's got a man in the middle, and it just goes off of Walsh's, or Aiden Owen's stick, and jumps the stick of Fekete. Fekete now sets up back as Walsh watches Chapman. Chapman with the backhand feed finds the defenseman Lind. Lind tries to work his way in, but Fekete makes a nice check and cancels him, giving Owen time to clear the deck. Goebel with his pass picked off, and a feed right in front for Owen Walsh. Walsh gets a stick on it. Walsh chasing his man down, but the back pass is controlled and held by Moring. Moring's pass. Matisek back over to Moring, and Moring looks to send it in off of Engel's stick, and here comes Fekete. Fekete tries to pick it up with one hand as he got tied up with Dryman. Dryman did a good job getting back with that long stick. You see Dryman, good-sized defenseman. We don't have stats on size, but he's got to be 6'1" at least. Puck over to the far side and trying to hold it back up. Barnes is able to muscle it back out to center as the power play is expired with 9:20 remaining in this third period. Coveney deflects and steals the puck. He's got Barnes in front, puts it right in front, and Goebel goes down low, and the senior netminder finds the puck through the maze of skates and sticks. And you see no shot is a bad shot at this point. Just put it to that slot and let your line mates try and pick up that loose puck or get a little puck luck and get a deflection in. As Ashton Goebel sets up the big left mitt, as Lloyd didn't have a lane, so he sends it along the boards to Barnes. Barnes pushed aside by Chapman. Regains his footing, back over to Lloyd. Lloyd over to Coveney. Coveney off the half boards, down low to Alfieri. Alfieri on his forehand, back up high. Morona sidesteps one. Alfieri top of the circle. There's Coveney's shot. Coveney back up high, picks up his rebound as the wall is sealed, and Goebel again with the big left mitt goes down and finds that puck and thwarts the attack with 8:44 remaining in this third period, a one-goal game. Every face-off matters. You win this face-off, you maintain control. And this time, Lloyd scoops it back up and sends one cross-ice feed, activating his Morona. Morona steps in, whips it around to the near side, but gets past Lloyd and all the way back down to Robinson. As Carson Lloyd picks up some speed. He's got Alfieri flanking him on one side, Barnes on the other. Takes it in, Alfieri's there, and the shot never got through. Alfieri tries to pass it to himself along the half boards. Barnes is there to scoop it back up. Engel continues to joust with Barnes, and we've got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be on Valor, on Barnes for a hook. So Barnes takes Valor's second penalty of the game. And two hooking calls on Valor have given Doherty their only power plays of the game. This one comes at the 8:04 mark. So Morin counters with the top line. So St. Pierre versus Noah Fekete. St. Pierre wins this faceoff back over to Lynn. Lynn slides it over to the far side. And there's Chase Chapman playing the point, the centerman there. And Kaiser hoists this one up and into the netting. So we've got a break in the action with 1:50 remaining in the power play. St. Pierre again going up against Fekete. This time Fekete, the right-handed stick in that dot, wins this one back cleanly. And Owen is able to get it back and off the glove of Chase Chapman. Walsh gets tied up. And as he gets canceled, thought there perhaps was a call, but play continues, and Chapman looking for a little back pass. Splits his D. Goki comes up with it as he slaloms through center. Tries to work it past Kaiser, but Kaiser's able to get a stick on it. Goki back with the puck, feeds it back up high. Chapman tries to sidestep, and Walsh on the march, but getting there first was St. Pierre. His only option, though, was to send it into the Valor end, and Aiden Owen has plenty of time to put it on net on Goebel at the far end. 1 minute remaining in the power play. 7:02 remaining in the third. 1-goal game. Chapman with a head fake, takes it wide, tries to sweep it in. Fekete got a piece of it. Kaiser gloves it into the corner, and Kaiser's able to get it up and out. He'll go for a line change. And now Carson Lloyd is out there along with Wojcicki and Morona. Morona looking to track down Mooring. Puck goes back up high. St. Pierre with the puck. Cross ice feed, it's Dryman. Dryman's shot right on goal, and a loose puck as a backhanded opportunity there by number 16, Bowen Miller, was down low lurking. There you see Miller, the freshman. Miller is hanging out at the Valor blue line. Normally a defenseman, but actually a defenseman for this game. I think normally he is a forward. Power play is expired. Morona with the puck finds Nadler on the in front of the Valor bench. Nadler, backhand feed on the blade of Larson. Larson's shot off a stick and up and into the netting. 5:50 remaining in the contest. 5-4 game. And Coach Gwozdecki back with Coveney's line. Garrett Coveney, who missed a bit of this year here due to an injury. It's good to see him back out there as he waits third man high. Puck comes back over to Lloyd. Lloyd wastes no time, shot, goal! Lloyd scores his 6th goal of the season and gives Valor a 2-goal lead with 5:40 remaining in the contest. And here you see this pass. I think it was actually perhaps intended for Coveney, but Lloyd picks it up, and Lloyd with a little bit of traffic in front, and perhaps it was tipped in front. We're going to see if Alfieri got a piece of it. I think he almost points to his stick. So here's this replay, and there's Alfieri coming in. And no, I think it went off of the knee of the defenseman. And so Lloyd does get the goal from Coveney, and I don't think it was from Coveney. Coveney never touched that puck. So I'm sure the coaches will pick that up. But here we have a 6-4 game as Lloyd gets his 6th of the season. Back to the live action as Barnes sends it back over to Lloyd. He's looking for his 2nd. He had 2 goals versus Lewis Palmer last weekend. And boy, has Lloyd looked good. He's a senior, and he's making every game count here as he gets a big goal for Valor and a 2-goal lead. Fekete off the faceoff wins it. Walsh maneuvering, and the puck on the side of the cage. Brooks Wright gets taken out of the play, and Walsh picks it back up high. Kaiser with a punch pass, and walking it off the wall. Wall back over to the far side. Oh, in front, looking for Walsh again. Walsh got a piece of that. That puck just went wide. Puck softly back behind the cage. Walsh digs it out on his backhand another time. Walsh back up high, and this time pass just beyond the reach of Kaiser. Kaiser flags it down back over to Owen on the far side. And Owen stabs at it and sauces one back over to Brooks Wright. Wright is sidesteps, but he gets hooked good by Dryman. As Brooks Wright absolutely tumbled on that one as the stick. Look at Brooks Wright, he's moving as this puck comes to him, and it's just a nice sauce pass. As he makes that move, that stick just gets up and under his left arm and takes him out. So Dryman to the box, and what is Brooks Wright going to the box for? I don't know, but they're summoning Brooks Wright to the box as well. And Coach Gwozdecki has palms out, and now with the palm at his ear, he's trying to hear. And we're trying to read lips down there. So
we have all 7 penalties on the play. Number 15 for Doherty, Jack Ryan for hooking. Hook 2 minutes hooking. And Valor, number 15, Brooks Wright, 2 minutes embellishment. All 7 2-minute penalties.
So hooking and embellishment. So let's get things straight here. So these penalties will skate 5 and 5 aside as they effectively happened at the same time. So Dryman with a hook and Brooks Wright with embellishment. So one penalties you don't want to be known for is embellishment, but I don't know that really was. It was the referee had a good look at it. So you don't normally see that called, but you know what? You got to call what you see. So here we go. We're back to 5 and 5 aside as Lind walks in. Majeski sets up, and a drive from St. Pierre sends Cooper Robinson sprawling. And if we get a break in the action, we have lost our replay here, at least at my point here. You have a replay. So we got 3:33 remaining here as Mike Schaub, boy, is he fast. I just mentioned that. And he jumps from his camera, and he's back on it. I don't think you missed a bit here. Back to the live action as the puck over on the far side, and Walsh is able to get a stick on it and send it the length of the ice. Fekete beats everybody, including the puck to the end line. Back up high, Walsh drags it past one man as Lloyd has the puck. And Carson Lloyd back through. He sent a pass through the slot as the bank pass is picked off by Walsh. Walsh has it off his blade, but Fekete rescues it at the point. Alfieri, Fekete sets up, goes off of Engel's boot, and racing for the puck down low is Morona. Morona's checked off of it, but Walsh re-secures. Walsh looking for Alfieri, and the cycle continues for Valor with 2:40 remaining in this third period. Walsh back up high. Carson Lloyd. Cross ice feed. Morona, his shot off of a stick. I think it was more of a pass. I think he had Fekete in his sights. Lloyd, one more time, hands it off. Walsh, his shot, a shoulder save by Goebel, and Fekete back up the wall to Lloyd. Fekete with a blind backhand feed, but a giveaway. And Lloyd stands up his man and holds the puck in. Fekete with it. Alfieri, his shot never got through. Fekete picks it back up and feeds it back over to Morona as Valor continues to work their way in. Goebel makes the save. 1:58 remaining. Look at this control that Valor had, and they just are swarming. And we don't have live shots on goal, but as I said, I think it was 46-7 after 2. Valor had 29 shots in that second period. Battle for it over in the far side corner, and a heavy check is delivered in on Barnes. He shrugs it off. That was Chapman who delivered that. And up ahead of the play, but offsides, was Goki. So with 1:46 remaining, Valor gets a face-off just outside of their blue line in front of Coach Gwozdecki's bench. Owen thinking about it, sends a pass past Larson, picks up the puck, and Majeski works his way through center. Icing is waved off. Barnes down low, picks it back up, but his blind feet finds St. Pierre. St. Pierre dances through center, but Larson puts a good stick on him. The puck is sent right back into the Valor end. Off of Kaiser's stick, back up high, and trying to tap down the puck over on the far side. Chapman and Kaiser jousting. Jousting is a kind word. Owen with his pass all the way back to Majeski. Majeski with Dryman on his backside, shrugs it off. St. Pierre delivers a check, and this one's going to go for a call as Valor lets Goki touch it up. So St. Pierre is going to go to the box with under a minute remaining. And Valor gets their 4th power play. And so I didn't see the call, but it could have been a check from behind. Either way, it's 2 minutes with 46 seconds remaining. So Valor will send out their top line for a little practice here with 40, and it was a cross-checking call. And a little chatter in the crowd, but we're ready to go here for the final minute of the game. Puck is held by Owen. Owen back over to Kaiser. Kaiser quickly to Fekete, but Fekete fans. Back up high, straight ahead. Owen looking for a lane, takes the shot, glances off of Goebel's glove. And the puck squirts free, and here with the jump, coming away with it, is Matisek. Matisek's shot and a glove saved by Robinson. Matisek with a golden opportunity as Robinson was last man standing, and here you see Matisek coming in, but Robinson reads it well and flashes the leather and makes the save. 23 seconds remaining. Carson Lloyd wheeling now, picks up some speed and takes it into the zone. Lloyd down low, right in front, looking for Wright. Lloyd picks it back up with 8 seconds remaining. Walsh to Wright. Wright holds on. Lloyd calling. And there's the buzzer signaling the end of this game. And Valor glad to get this one over as Doherty hung in there up until that 3rd period late when Lloyd, and it was a 1-goal game into that 3rd period, and Lloyd scores at the 6-minute mark, making it 6-4. So final score, 6-4 Valor. And again, the game Friday night versus Castleview is a 6 o'clock start. So we look forward to bringing you all the action on Shaw Hockey Productions. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey. Thank you, Mike Shaw, for the excellent camera work, replays, and being Johnny on the spot. Final score, Valor wins 6-4 over Doherty. Good night.